Welcome to a best of three Strixhaven draft. I'm enjoying playing some best of three after a long stint of best of one. When you really want to make Mythic one or wherever you got to stay with them. Got to stay with the best of ones, but I'm over that. I'm over that, and I'm just here for the gameplay. The gameplay's more enjoyable, and we are going with Plarg, Dean of Chaos. Got to take Plarg. Professor of Symbology is pretty bomby, so is Thunderous Orator. But Plarg's just a really good first pick. Plarg is also a really fun word to say. Environmental Sciences is this is a very strong first pack, to be honest, but we're going to take Plarg, Dean of Chaos, and be happy with him. So I was talking with Davy, the man in the box, as for you, Christopher, today about the format, and we agreed that I've never seen a format change so much. He said he'd listened to LR and they discussed it. I must admit I'm a little behind on LR, but it doesn't surprise me because like week 1, 2, 3, it was just about take these Quandrix cards, build your slowest Quandrix deck and get there. Now it's just about taking your white black cards and just beating the fuck down. With that in mind, this is a difficult one because Quandrix Cultivator is probably the best card, and I'm probably going to take it here. Like, Plarg's a perfectly decent splash in green-blue. I realise that goes entirely against what I've just said, but best of three, I'd like to think you have a bit more wiggle room. You don't have to go down the aggro route because the hand smooth is so good at giving you good aggro draws. In best of one, that you're kind of priced into aggro. You're not here. So let's see if we can build a nice slowish deck. I think I will take the Cultivator over the Pledge Mage. I know the Pledge Mage works better if we're going Prismari, but let's see what happens with this. Well, Expressive Iteration's a very strong card. So is Mortality Spear. So is Professor of Zoomancy. So is Burying Book. So is Serpentine Curve. Right, well, now we've got that out of the way. In fact, every card here is fantastic, apart from this. Some of these cards aren't as fantastic as others. I haven't done a video for a few days and I'm giddy. So please excuse me. I think the Combat Professor is an entirely defensible pick, but I'm just going to take Expressive Iteration. I want to draft a slower deck. And if we're going to draft a slower deck, I certainly want a Fractal Summoning. I never have enough lessons. And Fractal Summoning is just really good. Okay, a second Expressive Iteration makes me glad I'm going down this route. Plarg works well as well here. Oh, lovely cup of tea. Let's just take a second Expressive Iteration and see where we can go with this. Mage Duel's good and all, so Serpentine Curve, but I think the first Elemental Summoning's worth a lot in this kind of deck. I've seen a lot of people say that the best Prismari deck's Beat Down. I probably agree, seeing the results. I've never had much success with Big Spell Prismari. So let's see how we get on. Could have had a decent white deck, I guess, with the Yiga First Year as this Combat Professor, but I'm happy with where we're going. I'm going to take the first Arcane Subtraction quite highly here. I know Archway Commons isn't bad in this deck. We're looking at playing the Cultivator. It doesn't necessarily seem that we need to at the moment, though. Let's see if we can draft an aggressive Prismari deck, though. I guess we need the Pledge Mages, the Apprenti. Excuse me. So I've been struggling to upload videos and the internet's been completely fucked. So please excuse, well, I suppose it hasn't been a lack of videos because I upload them a few days in advance, but there may be days where we don't have some in the coming days. And that is inexcusable, I know. But there we go. It's the world we live in. I guess I'm going to take Spectacle Mage over Snow Day. I don't really like Snow Day. Spectacle Mage is entirely fine. It's a Wind Drake, which is goodish, I guess. I can't see what else I'd take here, apart from Snow Day Prophecy maybe, but Old Specky. I can't believe this card is wheeled. This card is fantastic. This is a white bomb. It's really odd to see that wheel. I mean, we're so far away from it, we can't take it, but we'll take Serpentine Curve. This as well is fantastic. So I wonder if it would have been best just taking white and black cards and going for what we did last time. Although what we did last time was helped a lot by opening a lot of bombs. I'm happy with where we are though. What I'm not happy about is how difficult it is to build a draft deck on Arena. I miss the magic. I've been playing a bit of Cube, and I miss the Magic Online way of building. Let's get Cultivator out of here for now. Trust me, I'm saving you from my face at the moment. I have just had a haircut and you would not be able to tell. Stormkiln's really good. It's really slow, which is a real downside in this format. You can just be dead by the time you play this, but if you untap with this, when you've got a deck that looks like this, you tend to do quite well. The untapping with it is quite difficult, though. What do I want? I want some pop quizzes. Again, I guess very slow. Academic Dispute is probably the card I'm most up on at the moment in these decks. It's just so good. Especially when you've already got some decent lessons. And just all the pledge mages we can muster. I guess Serpentine Curve's a 4-drop, really. I'm not going to put it in my spell slot. This is such an odd draft. There are some... I mean, this card's fantastic. This card's fantastic. We're clearly going to take Burying Books because it's fantastic, but we have two very viable decks we could be drafting. Opt really good with our 4 drops. This is a very good start to a deck. I just fear I've said that a lot of time with Prismari decks, and it has not ended well for me. I'm going to take the reject. No, I'm going to take the reject. I think the first reject is worth something. I will play it if I have to. Same with the first curate. The only issue with these cards is they well, I think reject does something. Curate you're just fanning around, right? Ibrahim Dean of Theories is brilliant, and I'm certainly going to take it here. It's a very good 4-drop. Nothing else really comes close. I guess Pigment Storm's perfectly serviceable removal spell. It's so much worse than Burying Books. Not that that's a consideration we have here. I'd like to pick up a green source as well to get Kian in. Kian, I think, is much better early, and Ibrahim just takes over late. But this is a good pickup. And a very solid first pick for pack 2. Well, it's a bit of a miss here. There's some good cards. There's a Quandrix Campus, which is interesting given that we've got Kian, and given that we could be playing the Cultivator. I don't really want to splash the Cultivator. I don't really want to play 3-colour Teamer. I will if I have to, but that's not where it seems like we want to be. I guess we have the Stormkiln Artist as well. And we have Pla, we have Card Draw, which is a good way of getting fixing. I can see myself taking the Quandrix Campus over the Prismari here. I mean, this is a really powerful card if you can play it. Not really... You don't really want your mana fixing to be your splash colour, or your mana ramp to be your splash colour, but hey-ho, 4 mana, 3/4, draw a land, play a land is pretty good. Yeah, let's take the Quandrix Campus. Let's put it here. Oh, I'm glad I did that because Null Professor is just nuts. Whether or not I can take it and move to Quandrix is another thing, though. It might just be better taking a Burying Book. But a 3rd pick Null Professor, such a big signal. Like, what do we lose if we go blue-red, blue-green? Well, a lot of things. Okay, we're not abandoning red here. Oh, I really don't want to pass a Null Professor, though. 2nd Burying Books is worth it. I'm going to take this on the off chance that we do enter at Quandrix, because it's so good. I realise it's probably a bit of a dodgy pick, this. I've had slightly negative experience of multiple Burying Books. I'm going to put this here tentatively for now. And I'm going to take the Pledge Mage over the Memory Lapse. Memory Lapse is fine, but I think Pledge Mage is just fantastic in these decks. Explosive Welcome's a big old boy. It doesn't do a fat lot of much, in my opinion. I've been summarily unimpressed with Explosive Welcome. And I'm starting to think we could take the Amplimancer here and try and go the Quandrix route. The only issue is we are losing the 2 expressive iterations. The alternative is we do just take the explosive welcome. I mean, I've not been impressed with it. It's still fine. It's just not as good as I thought it would be. Yeah, maybe that does make more sense. Because even if we're playing Quandrix, we'll happily splash red. Why do bad things happen to great people? I guess we'll take the second Quandrix Cultivator here. I think, unless I see something great here, yeah, I think I'm just going to move into green-blue at this point. I'll take a Mage Duel, and, well, unfortunately, we're going to be tentatively saying goodbye to these cards. But I think that's the right play. I mean, this green-blue deck's looking pretty insane. Like 2 Quandrix Cultivators, just fantastic. And a Mage Duel over the Burying Books for sure here. I reserve the right to change my mind, but I don't think I will. Very late flunk, but I suppose cram session's where we want to be. Especially if we can pick up a Sciences. Nothing really here for us, I guess. Bibliopex Assistance is playable card. Prismari Campus is interesting. I think I'll take it here. I really like Golden Ratio in creature decks, but I've so often found in this format that cards are just not the problem. Like, no one ever runs out of cards. Aggro decks never run out of cards. They've just got Study Breaks and 2/1s that learn. But it is good in seals. Let's take the Shredder. Okay, so an interesting draft. I'm still not quite sure what where we should be ending up here. I'm also not sure if we're going to be splashing Plark. It's not really that good late game. And what 3-mana spells does it hit? Oh, it's okay, right. I didn't realise it hit permanence. I must have got to sort of conflating it with Cody in my mind. Effigy, alright, we could... Well, we'll see what we open. I guess if we open Magma Opus, we'll take Magma Opus and then we won't really think much about it. So that makes me very glad I took the Prismari Campus. I honestly didn't look at the rest of the pack. Having played with this, like the few times I've played against this card, I have this exact thought process. Opponent taps 8 to cast Magma Opus. I think, oh, that's not too bad. I know it's a really good card, but I'm okay. 2 seconds later, I realise it's not okay and I'm dead. That's happened every time, so I think I'm willing to admit it is a good card. Nigh on unbeatable kind of thing. I'll take Decisive Denial here over a Golden Ratio, which I'll wheel anyway. I mean, teach by example, we could get that and set up the 10-mana Magma Opus. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? But no, let's just take Decisive Denial. We really want an Environmental Sciences, but they are like gold dust, so we would be so lucky. We're going to have a subtraction at the moment for learn. Oh, there's the Sciences. Well, we've got to take Sciences here. I know we're passing on a Mage Duel, Cram Session, Arcane Subtraction, but yeah, we've got to take the Sciences at this stage. And I don't know whether we're going to play the Expressive Iteration. I do know that we're going to... Oh, I forgot. I don't forget that we're not green-blue. We're not red-blue, but... Yeah, it's not quite so good. It's in your splash colour, right? I think we'll just take Cram Session again. Better than Curate. Having so many ways of accessing my red mana makes me think I can probably play the Expressive Iterations. I mean, they're late game cards anyway. We'll see. But yeah, it's a Cram Session here for me. I do not really understand what I'm doing with my lands and everything down here, but rest assured I'm doing something. So do we want the red land or the green-blue? I think we want the green-blue, seeing as we're so often going to be tutoring for the red source. Again, I have no idea whether that's right. It seemed logical when I thought it up. Containment Breach isn't the worst thing to have access to. Prismario Apprentice, obviously not going to make it in a Quandrix deck, which I keep forgetting that we are. Elemental Summoning, what do we have for loan? We have Arcane Subtraction, 2 Cram Sessions. Null Professor, alright, we can take a second Elemental Summoning, I think, here. We've got a pretty strong deck as is. Yeah, I regret that with the Fractal Summoning now. We can play this. Oh, we can even play this if we need to. I'll just take the... Oh no, sorry, I didn't see the Arcane Subtraction. I'll just take the Arcane Subtraction. And I guess it's a pretty easy pop quiz, sorry, here. Although I'm doing the usual, I'm just drafting a slow Prismari deck. It's not even that, it's a slow Quandra. I don't know what I'm doing, let's be honest with each other, but hey-ho. There we go. At least we have good mana for it. I'm feeling good about having the 2 iterations in now. Could even play Teach by Example, I think. We've got, yeah. Yeah, Teach by Example would be fine here, right? There's some pretty crappy cards, but there's double learn's not the end of the world if we have to. Ooh, I like the Zephyr Boots a lot, but we just don't have any creatures. I suppose we have 3 of these in the sideboard. I don't want to play a second Curate. I'll take the Zephyr Boots. They probably won't make the cut. Same logic. I'm probably not going to play the first Curate, let alone the second. Another Campai. Well, we got there on Teamer. That much is fair to say. Befuddler. And FDOC. Okay, now time to see how the deck actually looks. Well, let's get rid of all the basics first of all. So we need to make 1 cut. It could just be the Curate. I don't think we need to worry too much about card draw here, do we? We've got 2 Expressive Iteration, Plague. Yeah, that seems fine to me. Curate doesn't even work too well with anything. And a deck like this, you can so often get decked. The amount of times I've lost games to this format to decking is, well, certainly before we became white-black focus, is quite high. And voluntarily putting 2 cards in my graveyard is not really where I want to be. The Zephyr Boots is a little bit dodge here. I think I might just take them out for the reject. I can always board reject out, and it does do something most of the time. No one really plays around it. I think this looks good. I'm just wondering if we can play 16 lands, but I think that might be too greedy. It just gets so easy to cast the Arcane Subtractions and cycle it for the Sciences. The only other thing I consider cutting is Teach by Example, but I don't really know what I'd put in instead. The Spectacle Mage doesn't really do much here. Okay, this works for me. I guess we could play Biblioplex Assistant. Yeah, maybe that's worth considering. Yeah, the Assistant's probably better by Teach by Example. It's a lot of 4-drop. Okay, I don't want that many 4-drops. And in terms of lands, I think we want 2 red sources here. And then a decent mix of the other 2. We probably want green earlier than blue. Because I'd rather run out Cram Session or Kian early on, then it's not a disaster if I can't cast Arcane Subtraction. So let's put in 2 of the big boy reds. But I guess that we already have, well, we have so many more blue with these. Okay, so we've already got 5 blue sources. So maybe this makes sense. So we've got, I mean, I sound like I know what I'm doing. I'm just trial and erroring here. I'm also conscious I didn't put my beautiful lands in. Something I never care about. So we've got 5 red sources plus sciences, 8 blue sources, 9 green sources. That sounds good to me. Yeah, I think this is a decent deck. It could do some things. It could lose easily. You never know. Stick around and we'll find out together. And cut. Thank God for that. Oh, we're still alive. Brilliant. A little bit of joke. A little bit of humour for you there. Opponent goes first. Turn taking a mulligan. He's not going to win like that, is he? We'll start with Plargy. Plarg. Needlethorn Drake. Not bad. Not bad at all. And we'll definitely run out Kian here. Opponent's got a Mage Duel. Opponent's got a Mage Duel. Looks like he might have. Yeah, he does. You can always tell. Be annoying if he's got a second Mage Duel. Doesn't look like he does. Oh, a lovely cup of tea. Let's see if we can hit the land first of all. Oh, fantastic. I guess cram session to opt makes the most sense. Yeah, if you had a Mage Duel, you'd have used it there. Quite a clear opportunity, so there's no point worrying about that. And I'll just take in Elemental Summoning. And we want to get down this one. No problemo. No reason to not use opt here. Tezzeret's Gambit, pretty good. Not worried about blocking. Okay, opponent plays big play. It's an odd decision. I think we can happily bottom the curve at this stage. The Papa de Quiz. Mage Duel. Well, I suppose we can go for it if we need to. We don't need to do it just yet though. Let's see if we can hit a land. Nice. Just in case. I get the sense he's got another big play here, otherwise that last turn made absolutely no sense. Never mind. Cram sesh. Would I rather? I don't think I need to draw here, do I? No, I think I'd rather just get in. So if you bury in books, this is the decking thing we always talk about. I'm already looking at my library thinking, well, 23 is not many, especially when I'm exiling. Yeah, I'm just going to get in. So what's the worst that can happen? Befuddler, that's fine. Burying books, that's fine. I mean, burying books is even good because I can play the flyer. Looks like it's burying books, that's absolutely fine. And let's get... We don't need to worry too much about that yet. I think we'll just get down the environmental summoning, right? Yeah. Opponent passes. Not bad for me. Let's make the world's most obvious arcane subtraction in history of the world. Actually, I'll just let this trade happen. And he's got the Putrefy. With that in mind, we'll keep the 4/4 around. We should want a big Fractal, right? Cool. Then let's pick up the second one. Play a land, and we're just so far ahead at this point. It's a case of how you want to win, I guess. What does he need? Liliana? That won't work. Cool. He's probably got Snow Day here, but let's get the extra trigger anyway. No snow. Okay, so we took that down easily. He has, of his 16 cards, I mean, Putrefy is pretty great. Tetris Scam, yeah, we saw some good cards. Loads of removal. Combat Trick, which is great for me to see, given the deck I've got. So we definitely don't want to bring in Zephyr Boots against a guy playing loads of Combat Tricks. Reject seems questionable. A Befuddler's pretty good against... I think I'm going to bring in the Befuddler for the 2/1. For the Drake, it just owns the Drake. And I saw one creature in 16 cards. The alternative is a Pledge Mage, but I just think the Befuddler's a little... could have a more impact here than a hard to cast 3 mana 2/2. Well, certainly not as good a hand at all. The thing is, opponent's so slow from what I saw that I'm not too worried about keeping this. Now, we have so many red sources. There's one of them. The worst happens is we have to discard here. Not bad. Oh. You know what, it's almost certainly going to die. But at least it means we don't have to discard. If we're going to trade 1 for 1 and then have loads of expressive iterations, we're probably going to do quite well here. If opponent misses a land drop there, that's just ridiculously unlucky. Jesus Christ. Poor guy. I want to be in a position where I can teach by example Serpentine Curve. I think I'll just expressive iteration here. Yeah. And it's certainly worth it to activate Kian here. There is his land. There's the Blood Researcher. I'm perfectly willing to I think I'm just going to attack. Look how many cards I have in my hand. Like, how am I ever going to run out of things to do here? He's not going to block, so I may as well get in 2 free damage. And I think I want an extra blue here. My opponent found all his colours. I mean, he's so far behind thanks to the start he has. Mage Duel doesn't really do anything here yet. No, well, that will end the game shortly. Let's just pop quiz and get sciences if we need to. We don't even need. Oh god, that's ridiculous. How do I win it? I mean, obviously I win just by if almost immediately. I'm conscious I'm gonna have to. Well, no, not. I'll just loot something. Let's just toss. I guess we just toss teach by example. Yep. Do we want a magma opus? Or I was about to say, but I tossed teach by example. I was going for the style points. Oh, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to discard if I cast magma opus on my turns. Ridiculously unlucky. Oh no, I'm not going to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I am. How unlucky. It's still right to do so, I think. Oh wait, big play does kind of get me there a bit. I don't care. I don't care at all. Let's just cast Explosive Welcome into Environmental Sciences. So we want 5 and 3 makes more sense. Yeah. No, we had nothing. Well, thank God we don't have to discard. Thank God. Opponent thinking, doesn't matter, he'll be dead shortly. I mean, he's got the combo. He just drew like shit. Honor Troll. No, let me cast my magma opus. Never lucky. Never, ever lucky. I guess that was quite lucky. I think this goes... that the way that game unfolded goes slightly back to how I was discussing in the draft itself about how decks are all... they can be so aggro, because even when you're playing an aggro deck, you don't run out of cards. Like, okay, this deck's not particularly aggressive and is quite card drawy. Just see how difficult it was to run out of cards there. I kept a three land card hand with nothing that did anything, and within 2 turns I had every card I ever needed. You basically get that with the aggro decks as well. I hear easy keep, got all my colours. Terrible hand. Why did I keep this? I'm an idiot. Green, black. 2/2. That is worrisome. We may just be run over here. When I said easy keep, what I probably meant to say was, oh, this isn't an easy keep. Probably going to have to teach by example Serpentine Curve next turn. I guess not. Awkward. Awkward. That's not too bad actually, I guess. Put one of them into your hand, reject. Right. Ooh, ploggy. Oh, just trade here, I think, with a Scurried Colony. I'll keep Plog around. Yep. Extra damage. Arcane Subtraction is pretty good here. Do I want it? Okay, I think I can afford to do nothing here and hope for the best. I'd just let this trade if I was him. Yep. It's the logical thing to do. Oh, cool. And so I'm probably going to want just an elemental summoning here, right? Yeah. And we do not want Decisive Denial. Oh, Mage Duel's just a fantastic draw, isn't it? Mage Duel's a fantastic draw. I guess we'll save the Teach by Example for next turn. And I think Plog's probably better discarding something here. So we are at 6, which is something of which we must be wary. Interesting. I really want to leave it reject here. I think I'll just play this. Well, I can do it this way, can't I? But I could also play a 12-12, which doesn't seem too bad. Yeah, fuck it, let's do that. Let's attack for 4 first and see what he does. Well, it's a 14-14, isn't it? Yeah. I hope I don't come to regret this. Hunt for specimens, okay? Second blue source. There's a lot that can go wrong now. I think I want to keep all these cards. Yeah. I'll just set this up for next turn. The alternative is we discard with Plague. It's just a bit of an all or nothing play. I like reject here. Burying books, that's fine. Yeah, okay, we can get out the iteration as well. Hand. Library, exile, cool. I see. Well, good news, guys. He's got nothing. Burying books, I presume. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's just... I think we Magma Opus this creature. I know it's not the greatest use of Magma Opus, but as long as we... I was going to say, as long as we draw a land, we're looking fine. I really want to have a reject up here. I'll just get rid of the Pledge Mage. No, I'll get rid of the Campus. I don't need it. Land. Boo. I don't really know what I'm scared of. Like, Bookworm doesn't do anything. Yeah. Excuse me one sec. What do we come up against then? 2 drops, environmental science, yeah, 2 drops, spells, 3 colour deck. Who plays a 3 colour deck? I guess Befuddler comes right back in. Maybe the Pledge Mage is... No, the Pledge Mage is trashy against the Amplimancers. Then let's just do the same thing we did last time. Take out the Teach by example, I think, rather than the Reject here. The Reject's going to be decent early on. Okay. Hunt for specimens. Do I want to just cram session for environmental sciences? Do I want to kill that with Befuddler? Or get down Plague? So there's... I'm trying to think a bit more about my plays rather than just autopilot. Hence this. I think I might just get down Befuddler. The alternative is I think it's the Befuddler or the Cram Sesh. No, I don't really want to discard anything from this hand. I like the Befuddler here. Oh, it's not the greatest use of it, but it's out there to block his thing. Here I'm going to cram session sciences into opt. And obviously just leave it back to get the trade. Next turn we can sciences into Plark. And that should set us up nicely for a serpentine curve quite soon. Befuddler looking pretty good at the moment. Yeah, Befuddler is looking very good, my friends. We have a Prismari Campus we can draw. I think that's probably fine. Yeah, I like sciences into Plarg here. We'll save the arcane subtraction. And I presume we're going to want a green source based on our hand. We've got 2 blue, 2 red. Yeah, just 2 greens, the only thing we're lacking. And we're not going to attack because we want to leave this here to block. I'm also considering if he attacks the Amplimancer, I might just throw the Befuddler in front of it. I don't care about the card, and I think making waste this turn is pretty good here. Maybe not. Oh, I'm a genius. If he's going to do it already, I'll feel great. I think Cram Session into Subtraction with Serpentine Curve next turn makes a perfect amount of sense here. And we're going to want to play the Quandrix Campus past the turn. So let's get down the subtraction now. Let's get another elemental, and let's toss the elemental to... Do we even want to toss the elemental to Plarg? Why would we? I could have double blocked there, but... Yeah, maybe I should have double blocked there. I just assumed he'd just let it trade with the Plarg and pass the turn. I didn't really want that to happen. I don't think I need to discard with Plarg. There's nothing bad in my hand. Let's get down summoning, play a land, potentially toss the other summoning. I don't think so though. So Colin is one away from popping off. And let's toss both of these in front of it. This could still go wrong, but okay, didn't go wrong. I think I am going to toss the second summoning here. I just don't think I need it. It makes my Serpentine Curve a lot bigger. Ooh, the rejects. Rejects good here. Let's go Quandrix Cultivator. I don't want to use my... I need to leave Reject up. I don't want to use my Maze Duel on this. I think we just play a setup turn. I'm presuming we're getting blue at this point. Not that it matters too much, but yeah, we are. And if we're not going to... No, we are going to reject something this turn, aren't we? Okie dokie. He's got another arcane subtraction. Fair enough. He does not. Reckless Amplimancer. I definitely want to... I definitely would rather discard the reject here because I really want to hit... Yeah, I really want to hit the land, and I just need a non-tap land. I've got to have 3 draw steps to do it. Okay, let's discard the reject rather than cast it. Yeah, that'll do. And that will be the game. 2-2. Lovingly, jovingly. Plarg. 18 cards in library. I think we'll live. Spectre of the Fens. Okay. So I guess we just attack for 4 here. We don't need to rush it. We're so far ahead. Let's get down the Cultivator. Just because it's bigger. And pass the turn, my friends. He's clearly got removal, so let's just let him use it on something that's not a 10/10. Bookworm. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm not bothered about the 2/3. It's not really going to do anything, is it? Next time we're playing Curve into Duel. This works for me. I still don't think we need to toss anything. Wait, we can Curve. How many manas do we have? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's say 3, 7, 8. Yeah, perfect. Now let's just go slamming. I've got Decisive Denial up. Things are looking golden. The opponent puts Bookworm into his top of his library here. I don't see how he can win. Chooses not to. So we can't counter Crux of Fate here. So I hope he doesn't have it, because that would be an unfortunate way to lose. Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Okay. Poet's Quill. Well, that one's going, I can assure you. I don't think it mattered anyway. We just fought that in response. But actually, that would have made more sense to do that. But hey ho, we got the easy win. 2-0. Traditional draft, eat your heart out. Let's go for the 3-0. Certainly play first. It's a keep if ever I've seen one. And we have cards that do nothing in our hand, and you know what? That's good enough for me. Will we use Decisive Denial to what you call counter Cram Session? That is today's interesting question. Campus Guide. Okie dokie. We're not going to cycle the Arcane Subtraction here. It's probably going to be a little bit better than that, I'd hope anyway. We may now. Yes, we are now. Stop some lives. Interesting. So I think we just want to leave up Decisive Denial, do we, rather than playing Plog? Maybe Plog's not bad here. Maybe just Plog and leave up Decisive Denial, actually. Okay, I kind of like that. I mean, it's as obvious as can be, but... Alright, I guess we counter that. If it dies now, I'll be angry. Be angry that I wasted my decisive denial. Lizette, Dean of the Root. Well, that's pretty bad for me. I think we have to go for the... Yeah, we probably do, because we need to get the 4-4 and fight it next turn. How do we best go about that, though? I don't think we want to activate Plarg. We want to... Oh, wait, of course we do. Sorry, what am I saying? For some reason, I thought this got us the 4-4. Nope. Maybe just expressive iteration, though. We can always discard with Plargy. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hand. Library. Cast. Cast now. Elemental. Play. Pass. So we take a hit from Lizette and hope for the best. Do we trade with... I guess not. Or maybe we just do. What's Plarg actually do here? Like, fuck all, right? Let's get rid of a land. Oh, what am I doing? I'm an idiot. I don't want to get rid of any of these cards. Well, I'm not going to run into anything here. Let's just take plain old Professor. Take another. Let's take Fractal and then play Elemental Science, Environmental Sciences. Yeah, I'm glad I traded the Plarg here, I think. Now, it seems like a weird trade ostensibly, but that was certainly the wrong land to get. That was idiotic. I don't know what I'm thinking. Pop quiz, okay. Yes, it's a weird thing to trade Plarg for Campus Guide, but I don't know. I think the only way I've been losing with this deck, well, A, I haven't lost a game, but the only way it seems like this deck's going to lose is if we just take too much damage early on. Expanded Anatomy, okay. So it becomes a 6/6. It's not great for me. I just don't think Mage Duel's going to work here. I just think he's got something. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to go for it. I'm going to offer the double block. Okay. It's not that bad. No, this is good. This is good. This means he's got arcane subtraction, so I can double block. He does the trade thing, and then we get him next turn. We don't get him. We're still struggling, but we get ourselves in a winnable position. Yeah, this is good. I mean, I have to block here. If I don't block here, he just does an arcane subtraction, and then he does it when I try and fight his thing. Oh wait, sorry, I didn't think this through. This is terrible for him. Okay, this worked out well. Oops, indeed. I think we just Mage Duel pass here, right? And Scry, yeah. And there's no point sacrificing 2 points of power and toughness. We have a lot of removal spells. Yeah, he's got his 6/6. We have our... Yeah, Pop Quiz is good. This is a 7/7 now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yep. I mean, if he goes burying books here, we're struggling. Now, I'm not particularly happy with how I played this game. I think looking back at the Plague trade, it seemed logical at the time, but certainly hasn't worked out well for me. Harmonise is good for him, but there's so many good cards in our deck we can draw now. There's a few shitters as well. We have already taken 2 environmental summoning, sorry, elementals, right? Emergent sequence, okay. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one as well. Okay, I'm relatively certain that he's got another burying books here, but I'd rather he burying book the 7/7 than the 10/10. Oh, he does not. Fantastic. Negate. Well, that's one of them things. Okay. Okay. Not great. If only we still had a Plague. That's a good draw. At this point, the fly is much better. I'm keeping the land in hand because we have no more lessons left, so we need something to rummage away. There's the aerialist. Yeah, crime session's pretty decent for me here. So is expressive iteration, I guess. I think we can do better than that here. We're just looking for the opus at this stage. And I'd rather look at 3 cards here, I think. The opus wins as the game, right? Yeah, really easily actually. Witherbloom Pledge Mage, no problemo. Do we have a Mage Jewel? No, so looking at 3. I guess we'll take the Magma Opus. So we just want to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We just want to set up for the Magma Opus, right? So if we cast it now and he's got a negate, you know what? I didn't come here to not cast Magma Opus. So 1, 1, 1, or 2. Yep. Yeah, Magma Opus seems like a good card sometimes. Boom! That's proven again. We basically got in a position where we're going to deck ourselves. So he's got the Beldross Witherbloom, so I'm happy to keep in the rejects. He's got some great cards. A Cauldron I'm not too worried about. Whirlwind Denial and Negate, right? Expanded Anatomy of Flyer. Okay. So I don't think we need to bring in the Befuddler this time. I think the Assistant might do some decent things here, though. Can we afford to? Yeah, it also trades as Aerialist. I'll bring the Assistant. Wherever it is. Probably take out maybe just the Artist. Still, that just feels wrong. Maybe teach by example again. Yep, works for me. We're a bit glutted at 4, but I'm confident. I'm a confident man. I live a confident life. Because Ereklitor. Opponent mulligans, we do not have to because we have a crime session into environmental sciences. Environmental sciences is ridiculous. Never mind. So we're going to be getting a blue source here. Oh, is he going to counter this? Well, it looks like he's going to. Good job we got Null Professor. That's no problem at all. Thank God we got the Null Professor. There's Lizette. We could still lose this. Probably not. With the Bloom Pledge Mage, yeah, we're not going to lose this one. So I guess we just cast Land Mage Jewel. And then we'll offer the trade. Harmonise, it's pretty good here. It gets him back in the game. The Arch. Plague is equally good. I think Plague's better than a 4/4. Yeah. Yeah, that Harmonise is very good for him, yeah. Frost Trickster, no problemo. Let's just cycle one of these now. Oh, good to see he's got Whirlwind in hand, I think. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's just Environmental Sciences here. We're not going to run out of learn this game. And we'll block with Plague. If he wants to use a combat trick here, I'm more than happy for him to do so. Explosive Welcome. Would I rather cast a... No, I think I'd rather just play an Elemental Summoning here. And I might consider getting rid of Arcane Subtraction. I'm absolutely delighted that got countered. Because now I feel good about the game. I mean, my hand is my hand is Magmaropus Explosive Welcome. It's good to see my my 4/4 get countered. So Negate's still around. Oh no, Negate's gone as well. Okay, well, this feels good. Compulsive Research and Harmonise. You can see why this guy's got this far. Pretty good. No attack with the 2/2, interesting. Campus Guide. Okay, so we've probably got old Belladross if he's getting the black here. It's an interesting quandary, this one. Because I obviously want to put back Magmaropus. I think I'm happy just doing this. I think I am happy playing the Biblioplec Assistant for Mage Jewel. I do not need to attack here because I'm going to remove all his creatures with Explosive Welcome and Magmaropus, so I'm keen to get in damage with my creatures rather than spend all my... than trade my creatures for his. That's the Servin. We do not have Bella with the blue. Okay. I guess we just Explosive Welcome. 5 and 3 to the flyer. Not the greatest position for opponent, I would say. And again, I don't need to get in with the Nard Professor. I don't want to trade it for these Campus Guide and the Servin when I've got a Magma Opus in hand. And Plog's going to be on now. Bookworm, that's pretty good. I will say that much. That is pretty good. I do not like seeing that. I can't remember if I have the reject. I think we're just getting for 2. We'll probably cast a Plog spell and bury in books here. I don't want a Magma Opus just yet. Opponent's definitely got one hell of a deck here. Compulsive Research, Harmonize. Bookworm's great against me. The Witherbloom. Dude. Master Symmetrist. Okie dokie. I mean, he does need to do... He probably needs to attack with the Bookworm here. Cool. Let's put this in hand. Back in the library and exile. I guess we just mage. Well, yeah. Get rid of the old Symmetrist, if we can. Flunk, okay. It doesn't work at all. Okay. I don't think that was the greatest way for him to spend his last 2 cards, if I'm brutally honest, but it kind of worked. Could be up again. This could be the game we get decked. We need a way to get rid of that Bookworm. The only way I can think of is 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is drawing reject and burying it. Kind of gets fractal summoning. I'm not too worried about that. I think you should have let that die. Like, what am I going to do? A tap for 2 a turn? That's never going to win. Really forgot to gain the life. I win. $16 to 17. Okay, we can win the decking war at least. 7-7. So I guess I can play Iteration before anything else. Let's do that. I know that changes the decking war, but this is good to go now to decking. That's a good draw. So if I tap with the 8-8, it just puts the 2 7s. No, it's not really that good for me. I'll play the cultivator and I'm just going to carry on setting up. If we scried anything to the bottom, not too bothered about them. I think I will find here. Just because I want to be able to Magma Opus and Burying Books on the same turn if possible. Oh, he's got a Maze Jaws, is going to work out well for me now. The Aerialist, okay. I think we're going to go, yeah, fight here. Yeah, Magma Opus is probably not going to get much better than this. I've got it. Yeah, okay, I've got it. I've got one attack with the 8-8 here, and then we Magma Opus on upkeep. Yes. So we double blocked. All right. I guess we. Do I want to Magma Opus now? Maybe I do. I could just bury in books instead. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to have 11 mana. Alright. This might work a bit better to bury in books. The Bookworm, yep. Because I don't think he's going to get to cast it again. I honestly did not expect him to block like that. Fair play to him for doing so. Oh, the land is good for me. Let's plug it up. Cramsesh. Get the old fractal. So I tap this, kill those two, and clock him for 7, 9, 12, 14, 22. That's got to be good enough. Yeah, Magma Opus is a pretty great card. Pretty great card. Well, we managed to get a victory with the best card in Magic. If that doesn't say anything about the best player in Magic, i.e. this guy, nothing will. It was quite good. I guess we proved that A, white-black isn't the only deck you can win with, and B, I probably haven't got a high rating in traditional draft yet, so we'll probably be playing better players next time. Almost up to the 50k gem mark. All my own work, sort of. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed playing. I'll enjoy playing again next time, and I hope to see you all again.